This brand new Pokemon V-STAR can boss and knock out anything. Roll the intro. What's going on, everybody? Hitmonchan here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech. Today we are going to be covering a brand new Silver Tempest V-STAR, Mawile VSTAR. This card is super cool. I think it's really underrated right now, and I think the deck that I've made here is really fun to play. I've been loving playing it on the ladder so far, and I want to share it with you all today, so we're not going to waste any time. Sudden Eater is this Pokemon's attack. It does 90 for 2 colorless energy, and you can do 90 more damage if this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active spot this turn. So for 180 damage, 2 energy, that's okay. Put a choice belt on that, that is 210 damage. Put a Zigzagoon ping on that, and that's the magic number 220. This deck, you really want to be targeting basic Pokemon V. Going first really helps you, and we have a lot of cards in the deck that can help you gust, boss, switch, whatever the term you might want it to be. It can help you do all those things to guarantee knockouts turn after turn after turn. Basically, you want to take 3 knockouts on a basic Pokemon V and win the game. Like, that's pretty much your go-to here. And that's pretty easy to do with the Star Rondo V-STAR power. When starting your turn, this Pokemon's on your bench, you can switch it with your active Pokemon, and then you can choose something to bring up. So you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. You can choose one of them to switch. Mawile VSTAR, pretty cool. It only has 260 HP, though, which could be a little bit of an issue. That is why we're playing one Radiant Gardevoir in here, just so that Loving Veil can bump us up to that 280 mark in theory, right? So that's why we're playing a single Radiant Gardevoir. We're doing a 4-3 line of Mawile and 1 Galarian Zigzagoon for that extra damage. Now for a draw engine, this is very interesting. This is another part of why I like this deck a lot. We're playing the Ralts Kirlia Gardevoir engine with the refinement ability. That ability is basically trade. It reads you can discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. Now the reason I decided to go with this engine for the time being is because 1, you can Scoop Up Net it, so you can scoop it up and bring your Mawile into the active. 2 is you can do double refinement, so you can Kirlia, refinement, discard, draw 2, evolve into Gardevoir, discard, draw 2 for a total of 4 drawn cards on a single Kirlia. And if you have another Kirlia in play, you can scoop this Gardevoir up, do refinement with that other Kirlia, then evolve that other Kirlia to do another refinement. So you can draw a lot of cards, and we have a lot of cards to draw through in this deck. We're playing 4 Cross Switcher. It is very easy to get like a bunch of them in your hand. I find that usually by the 2nd or 3rd turn of the game, I have all 4 Cross Switchers just in my hand. Like, this card is really strong in this kind of deck. We're also playing 2 Echoing Horns so we can get back our opponent's basic Pokemon V. We're playing 2 Escape Rope, 2 Fog Crystal, because Fog Crystal gets out basically all of our Pokemon except for Zigzagoon, or all of our basic Pokemon, I should say. So Fog Crystal is really good. Can help you get those psychic energies. We have a Hisuian Heavy Ball, because we have a couple one-ofs in this deck, like the Galarian Zigzagoon and Radiant Gardevoir. 4 Level Ball, 3 Scoop Up Net, 1 Switch, 3 Ultra Ball, and 3 PokéStop here. PokéStop is really good because you can basically mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and any item cards go into your hand, so you can get your Cross Switchers, your Echoing Horns, your Pokemon search cards like your Level Ball, all that kind of stuff is very easy to get thanks to PokéStop. Now we're playing a single boss's order in case we need to just support or boss something up for game. We're also playing a new Serena, one of the brand new cards from this set. You can either discard 3 cards from your hand and draw till you have 5, or switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with bench Pokemon V with their active Pokemon. I only have 1 Serena in here because you're really not going to be wanting to use that first option very much. But I mean, since you want to KO Pokemon V anyways, having that second option is really strong. So the Serena and boss count might be switched around a little bit. And now we have 4 Melony. That is also going to be our energy acceleration. We're going to be using Mawile with water energy because you can just discard water energy thanks to trade, and then Melony it back on, attach another energy, and you're good to go. On top of that, we have 1 Air Balloon just in case a Mawile or a Gardevoir needs to be retreated, or any of our other Pokemon, and 2 Choice Belt. So I'm very happy with this list. I've been having a ton of fun with this deck. I think that this card is actually really cool, and it's a lot of fun to play. So we're just gonna get right into it and hopefully get some dubs with Mawile VSTAR. My opponent is calling the coin flip. Tails never fails us. We're absolutely going to go first. Getting that first attack is crucial with this deck. And we have a pretty good starting hand, actually. Like, I'm really happy with this starting hand. It's going to allow us to do some pretty good things. My opponent playing Palkia. Now, Palkia could be a bit of a challenge. I won't lie to you. that Escape Rope. Okay. So we're really going to need on the next turn to get an energy into the discard. But we can actually very potentially knock out this Palkia. Like, it's actually really, really probable that it gets knocked out. If not, we can even just settle for knocking out a Sobble, which could be good, or knocking out Radiant Greninja. That could also be very, very good as well. So they can't snipe our Kirlias. And I might just go for a Rule of the Region here. It looks like that's their entire board setup. So we just gotta find, if we can top deck a Water Energy, that would be good. Then we can Kirlia it away, or PokéStop. We have a couple of options here. Oh, Temple of Sinnoh, interesting. That's not gonna help you here, my friend. Not gonna help you here. We know what we're gonna do. We're gonna evolve and evolve here. Now let's see if we can get a good discard off the PokéStop. We do get a Water Energy discard, so I'm happy. I'm a happy fella. Now we can Melony. We have the Zigzagoon. Can we find the energy? We have the Zigzagoon. Do we have the energy here? I think we can do it. Let's get rid of Serena. I think we can do it. Come on. We have the energy. Oh my gosh. Alright, sorry about that, Palkia. Mawile VSTAR. Too strong for this. So we gotta first... Oh no, we can't do it because Curly isn't the active. No, we can. We can Escape Rope and then Cross Switcher. Yeah, we Escape Rope and then we Cross Switcher after. We can do it because of this Ralts on the bench. Gotta make sure I remember that. My opponent making a difficult decision. They're thinking, who's gonna get knocked out? Your Palkia is gonna get knocked out, son. Your Palkia is gonna get knocked out. Your Palkia is getting knocked out, son. Your Palkia, you can't do anything about it. You can't do nothing about that. Sudden Eater, boom. My opponent has no board state right now. What do you do against that? Like on turn 2, when your base V gets knocked out, what do you do? Like, how do you play the rest of the game? Okay, Temple of Sinnoh. All right, we got PokéStop. You go for a Drizzle, fine. You find another Palkia. I find a Scoop Up Net, it's over. Like, it's just done. The game's over. Like, it's absolutely insane. You're really gonna come out for my opponent. The really good thing about that play is that they can't knock out our Ralts or Kirlias now. There's their Palkia. All right, you want to see we can do us? Do you want to see us do it again? You know, Hitmonchanting viewers, we're gonna be able to do it again here. I'm very, very faithful because that PokéStop is helping us out so much. My opponent gonna get concealed cards, draw 2, gonna have a Sobble down. I think it's very possible for us to do it. They play that Temple of Sinnoh, that's fine. That's fine with me. That is A-okay in my books. I want to see what they think of this. I want to see. We have no other energy in the discard, so we can't actually Melony right now. If we can find an energy or PokéStop one away, will be pretty good. We can even retreat manually the Mawile. That might be what we have to do. Because remember, we also have access to Star Rondo. So we can just Star Rondo up the Palkia. Yeah, so that's actually something we can do. We can retreat manually, Melony, and then as long as we have the... Okay, they're bringing Palkia into the active, which makes our job a little bit more difficult. Because I don't think we have any more ropes left. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to evolve first, because we know we're going to do that. We'll PokéStop. And now we'll PokéStop ahead of time. Ultra Ball. That's alright. We can Refinement this away. Now what else do we want to do? We'll Refinement once again. Okay, we got the Escape Rope. So we actually just have it. That's crazy. I do want to establish another Mawile here. So I'll get rid of these. I'll get another Mawile onto the bench. Oh, we need to find the Scoop Up Net though. Okay, if we find the Scoop Up Net, then we use the Zig. Okay, we still have a shot at finding it though. Let's see. We can still potentially find it because we have Gardevoir access. Can maybe find it. That's on this one. If we find, we need to find the Scoop Up Net in order to do this. I kind of forgot about that. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? Oh my gosh, we can. This is insane. All right, escape rope. Let's see. Let's see what my opponent's reaction to this is. All right, that's what you want to do, eh? Star Rondo. Bring that fella up. I'm gonna attach this. Scoop up our fella Zigzagoon. See you later, Palkia. Ciao, ciao. That's insane. Like, this combo is so fun to pull off, and I think we just kind of win the game now. Yeah, we have Gardevoir too. We literally just win the game because we can boss that Crobat and knock it out. That is insane. This deck is so cool. Like, this deck is absolutely incredible. Opponent getting another Irida off. The thing is like, they actually can't attack with anything. Like, they can't do anything here. Alright, Original Form Palkia. Palkia 3 coming out to play. Can they do it? We just need to find a Cross Switcher here, our last Cross Switcher, and the game is done. Or if we can just find an energy card, we'll be okay. We have one energy left in deck, so yeah. So I think we can do it, though. I think we can do it, depending on what we draw. My opponent has that Drizzile. They're going to get themselves set up here. They might try and Roxanne us, but that's okay, because we can just Gardevoir and Kirlia ourselves out of that. They're going to go for a Melony, so they're going to try and get their Palkia going a little bit. You know what? It's going to be rough for them. I will say, it'll be a rough time. Because we have that boss in hand, it's going to be tough for them. So I'm very curious to see how they try and come back from this. Because we've played 2 Scoop Ups, I believe. We've only played 1. Yeah, that's right. We've only played 1. So we have no... Oh, they're going to get an Echoing Horn something onto the bench. Okay. Getting another Ralts up. That actually could be good for us. And they're going to Palpad. Yeah, that Ralts just... It's a good another... 1 energy pivoter basically, so that's all right. Getting that choice belt on Palkia, and that's it. Now, can we work the magic? First, I don't want to discard that energy because that's basically our win con. Okay, we have Melony. We win. We win. We don't even need to. We literally just retreat and boss now. See you later. Mawile VSTAR clean sweep on Palkia VSTAR. You're not going to see that anywhere else except for the Hitmonchanting channel, folks. This is absolutely incredible. We won the coin flip. We're absolutely going to go first with this deck. And interesting. We have a pretty good going first hand here. We're going to start with Gardevoir because we can just scoop it up worst case scenario. For our next turn here. And we're going to see what we draw. And we're playing against a Lost Box. Interesting. So both these level balls are going to come in for good use. Because we can level ball, get our Ralts onto the bench. Now we want to take out this Giratina. Like, that's our goal for sure. Next turn. Oh, we can't even use Serena yet. That's right. So we're just going to pass. I kind of forgot about that. The thing is that because we didn't get an attachment, like, we desperately need to find a certain amount of cards in a certain order. But my opponent's got the Colress, and they probably have that Abyss Seeker to use as well with the energy, so they can find more cards, put more in the Lost Zone. But they might be going for a... Oh, they got rid of a boss and a Greninja. Wow. Okay, so we don't got to worry about Greninja now, which is good, because we don't play Manaphy. There's not enough room for Manaphy in this deck. Yeah, so we are... If they don't get the attack off, I'll be pretty happy. Like, that'll be good. They're getting rid of the Escape Rope, so they must got some good stuff. They have Lumineon. Oh, Lumineon. Oh, my opponent. Lumineon's not the way to go, my friend. Lumineon is not the way to go. Lumineon. Good thing that I have a Star Rondo and 2 Echoing Horns right for the picking. No attack on this Gardevoir is good too, because we can just scoop it up and get into the active. We're gonna try and take out this Giratina if we can, But we need like a very certain amount of cards in a very certain order in order to pull that off. So, because we didn't get that first turn attachment. If we got the first turn attachment, that would have been so much easier. But my opponent going to Abyss Seeking. They don't even use any Calm Phase, so they're going to get 2 more cards in the Lost Zone. And it is our turn. Choice Belt is very necessary here. So we're going to have to do this. Unfortunately, we're going to Serena here. Discard up to 3. So we'll want to get rid of the Melony and the Scoop Up because we're not getting the attack this turn. So we'll attach, do this. We need this Echoing Horn and this Mawile VSTAR, so I'm not going to get to attach to them. We'll once again Refinement, get rid of that. Level Ball, we're okay right now, we're fine. So we're good to stay like this. I could have Ultra Balled those 2 away and gotten another Mawile V, but I'm pretty doubtful that they actually knock out our Mawile here. I don't really think that they have it. I mean, I'm probably going to eat those words. Like, realistically, I'll probably eat those. But that's okay. My opponent has 6 in the Lost Zone right now, I believe. But they need to find a way to switch. And they have no energy to discard, so the Training Court's not going to do anything meaningful. They've attached that manual energy, so they can switch it to Cram if they want. Or just go for another Abyss Seeking. And be very, very unknowingly trapped. Oh, they have an Escape Rope. Okay. So they're going to go into Cram here. Now, because I have that Escape Rope, I fear the Tina VSTAR. I'm just going to go into Kirlia. Because I can just scoop it up if I need to. Yeah. This is a bit terrifying. Like, because I knew they were going into the Config for sure. Right? And they have the VSTAR. So, okay, so they can... If they have, like, a boss or something, they can just... Oh, no, did they already use Colress? Yeah, they did. Okay. Never mind. But they could have knocked out Mawile. So I was a bit scared of. But this is okay. This... Ow. Hit my neck on my computer. This is a fine outcome. You knock out a Kirlia, that's okay. I'm not too mad about that. And the Training Court helps us too, because we just get that water, attach it, boom. Oh, they have the switch, so they're gonna go into Cram. Alright. So we can knock out the Lumineon here. Or we can try and go for that second Tina. But we need to do a lot. We need to do a lot right now. So we're gonna go for Kirlia here. Okay, so we have that other water energy. Awesome. So that is a free discard. Ultra Ball these away. And we have a Mawile here. So... Oh man, I really want to get rid of that Echoing Horn, but I don't want to get rid of the Mawile. I think we have to get rid of Mawile VSTAR, unfortunately. We have to. Because that Echoing Horn is so important. Okay, we can get this. We also need to find a way to retreat, which is not good. And I think I kind of messed that up. I was supposed to attach, then get Gardevoir and discard the cards we had. I think that's what I was supposed to do. Because we no longer have that second Kirlia. Man. Well, we can still knock something out here. We can start Rondo and take out that Lumineon. Which, you know what? Why not? Right? Like, why? We have no reason to do that. Unless we go for the Tina. They have a lot of switching cards left, though. Did we go for the Tina and try and stick it? You know what? Okay, I think this is the right play, actually. We go for the Tina. If they don't have a way to retreat this Giratina, we Zigzagoon it, knock it out. Echoing Horn something back in. We can Echoing Horn it back in, and then knock out Lumineon, take 4 prizes in a turn. That, like, heavily banks on them not having the Giratina evolution or the switch. They have the Mirage Gate. If they have Mirage Gate plus attachment, then they can do it. Oh, they have double. Okay, so they 100% have the attack then. Or maybe they're doing that to retreat. Yeah, they're doing that to retreat. Okay. We can still knock out this on the bench if they don't evolve it, potentially. Like, that's still a very good, real possibility. Yeah, they're going to retreat it. You know, go into Giratina, knock us out with Lost Impact. Unfortunately, Gardevoir doesn't save us from Lost Impact, but they have that energy from the Training Court back into their hand. Okay, they're going to Lost Impact us. All hope is not lost yet. Not yet. Like, we could very, very possibly bamboozle my opponent here. I should have kept, see, in hindsight, like hindsight's 2020, I should have kept the Mawile VSTAR, right? Like, hey, I'm still learning this deck too, because that horn we haven't even had the chance to use yet. All right, I'm happy with that result. Melony, do us proud. Okay. This is good. This is good. This is good. I'm going to heavy ball. Okay, making sure the other V-Star's not in the prizes. And Mawile V here. Now, we can get rid of one. Let's use this refinement. You find Switch VSTAR Goon. VSTAR. We still have Training Court to use, so let's get rid of the energy. Okay. We very much need to hope that we get the Goon off this PokéStop. Which, we need to find like an Ultra Ball. We did not find the Ultra Ball. Oh man, okay. Well, at the very least, we can Escape Rope here. And they can bring something. Probably that Giratina just gonna get knocked out. We really needed to find Goon. If we found Goon, this would have been a different game for sure. Like, this would have been a very different game. So yeah, they probably pretty much have it next turn. But we can just go into Mawile. Bench this one, and then Sudden Eater. Knockout. We really needed that Goon. I'm like actually kind of upset. But at the very least, we can still do our combo. The Scoop Up Net is good, because we can Kirlia, Gardevoir, reset, Kirlia, Gardevoir. Man, I really wanted that. The good thing is you need to use Cold Rest or something to get another... Oh, do they not have the attack here? Oh, maybe they have like a Scoop Up Net, and they just need to get that other card in the disc, in the, what's it called? In the Lost Zone. It's possible. They might be too thin on their energies here. Okay, yeah, so they have the Star Requiem now. And they can just knock out our Mawile for free. But we're putting up a good fight. We're putting up a good fight. Star Requiem, see you later, Mawile. It was nice knowing you. Alright, we need to make magic happen here. We need to make magic happen. I think we can. I think we can do it. We got Melony. There's the Goon. Goodbye, Giratina. At least we got that. There's Melony. And do we have the Gardevoir? We have Escape Rope. That's okay. So we can't actually attack with this Mawile here. Our only hope is to... Because we don't have another V-Star left. They're all in the discard pile. We can Refinement a bunch of stuff away. We can Refinement this away. I'm trying to just find a way to force something to the active my opponent doesn't want to be there. That answer might be Echoing Horn the Giratina back into play. That might be the answer to our query. And we'll get rid of a Scoop Up Net. We have the Psychic Energy for later. So we might just try and bring this into the active. And we'll put on Mawile just because it has the most HP. And yeah, we're going to pass here. I mean, closer game than I thought. I don't think we're going to be able to win this here. But we might be able to pull out a victory. Oh, they just have the switch. If they have the energy, it's just done. Yeah, okay. All right, well played, opponent. Well played. This was a fun game to play for sure. Like, this was tough, right? If we had our other Mawile VSTAR, that was an error on my part. If I got rid of that Echoing Horn and not the Mawile VSTAR, we actually would have had a better shot at winning this game. Like, we would have had a better chance. We might have been able to even get them down to one prize, maybe even win. I don't know. But yeah, Mawile VSTAR, we could hold our own. That's all I'm going to say. So what did you think of my Mawile VSTAR Silver Tempest deck? This deck, I think, has huge rogue potential, and it's a lot of fun to play. Like, it has counters for a lot of the decks. Echoing Horn is a super disruptive card that really makes the deck tied together. I just have a couple cards that I want to talk about switching or changing around. First off, Quick Ball could be useful. in case you run out of Level Ball, because I found that sometimes it was hard to get Galarian Zigzagoon out into play because we didn't have any Level Ball left to find it, and we need to rely on getting Ultra Ball. Another comment, we need a Rod in here. Pokemon recovery is like absolutely necessary, especially when we're playing PokéStop. Like a Rod in this deck would be very, very helpful. But other than that, I really like the list here. Another Serena over Boss could be good because you're only trying to boss Pokemon V anyway. Like, that's your main goal. So if we can add a Serena over Boss's orders, might be good. Because that extra draw power can really help us get energy in the discard and find more cards in the early game. So those are the changes that I would make. But other than that, I'm really loving this deck so far. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below. What do you think of my Mawile VSTAR deck list? What would you like? What do you dislike? What would you keep? And what would you change? Let me know all that in the comments down below. And subscribe to the channel. I am posting 2 new Pokemon trading card game videos every single week here on the Hitmonchanting channel. And with all that said and done, Hitmonchanting out.